Honestly, Pam, it started back when my daughter was born. She already as a baby had several chronic issues that I just wasn't getting answers from the medical community about. And it came out of frustration. I wanted to help her. So I started reading and researching, just trying to find any information I could get my hands on. And it got to the point where I realized there was a whole world outside of what I had already known of ways that I could really support her health and help her out. So I just kept researching and doing what I could to help her. And then I got to one day where I was standing in the grocery store and I wanted to just stop every person. In fact, I didn't even want to buy my groceries. I wanted to stop and tell people, don't buy that, don't buy that, buy this instead. And I really wanted to help people. And I realized that my friends couldn't take any more of my passion, and my husband thought I was losing it. And so I decided to go back to school to be a naturopath. I had met a naturopath at that point and just really fell in love with the personalized care that it afforded and really wanted to know everything about natural health that I could.
Okay, so let's take this to essential oils. What are essential oils?
Well, essential oils are actually the extracts of a plant material. You can extract them from a plant or a tree. It can be from any of the different various parts of the plant or the tree, the leaf, the fruit, the seed, the root, the bark. Those are extracted, and the best ways to do that for best quality are either cold pressed, as are all of our citrus oils, or steam distillation, as are all of our other oils.
Okay, so we have single oils and then we have blends. What's the difference between a single oil and a blend?
So the single oil is an extraction of just one plant material or one substance. But the blends are then the singles extracted, then blended together in a very special formulation. And actually, even blending is a special science where you don't just blend any oils together. You have to blend the different scents and the different weight of each oil has to be at the right part of the mixing process. Otherwise, it's not an optimal blend.
Okay, so can I create my own unique blend?
You can in your diffuser. It's easy to drop a few of the 2 or 3 scents that you really like together. I love lavender and lemon together. But on the skin, it's also easy to do. The best way to do that I recommend is layering it. Starting with one, giving it a minute or 2 to set in, and then using another. And always making sure to use the fractionated coconut oil to dilute. If you have sensitive skin, or it's a hotter oil, or even if you're just unsure, you've never tried essential oils before, it's always best to dilute.
And I like using the oil by itself.
Yes.
Yeah, I love the way it feels, it smells.
Yes.
Okay, so our oils are highly concentrated. And a lot of people talk about grade, and some people even say therapeutic grade. Could you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. Our oils are definitely highly concentrated. There's actually 75 lemons in one bottle of 15 milliliter bottle of essential oil.
75 lemons.
Yeah, so
Did you hear that? 75 lemons. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the term therapeutic grade, Pam, is actually, to clear that up, it's actually a clever marketing term that other essential oil companies have used to market their oils. There is no actual grading or certification for essential oils. And so the way that you really want to make sure to get an essential oil that's actually beneficial and also safe is to make sure that it's 100% pure. And that's why I love our oils, because they are.
Okay. So, Sarah, you told about it at work, you came to a conference, you watched and saw our culture, fell in love with that, but you still needed to visit our factory for the essential oils. So talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, as a naturopath, sometimes people think I'm a little extreme in my diet and in my practices, but it was really that passion for speaking to people. It was that mom in Meyer wanting to stop people and say, don't buy that really wanted to take this job, and I'm just so honored to be here sharing with so many people just better ways for health. And so before I would put my name on anything or my face to anything, I really wanted to see, even though I love Mark and Cindy and love the company, I really had to see for myself how the oils were being tested and produced. And so, of course, they gave me the It Works grand tour of the plant, and I was thrilled. I had never gotten to do that before. You know, I learned about them from, you know, the book standpoint, but to see it in person was really something else. So it was really fabulous. I really appreciated that.
Okay, so tell us about the testing process.
Yes. So there's a 5-step testing process that each individual oil has to go through. And then if we're talking about a blend, each of those oils in the blend has to go through this 5-step process on its own, and then again once it's blended. So the process, you can find it in your e-suite in the guide. It's the refractive index testing, shows how much light is refracted when entering the oil. The specific gravity measures the density of the oil compared with water. The color must be within the oil standards and specifications, and then the odor must be within that oil standards and specifications. And the reason that they do this is to detect any chemicals or any additives or anything that would come in from outside that could be potentially, you know, harmful to us using them, but also degrade the quality of the oil. So I really could see all the care that is taken, and of course it made sense. That's exactly what I was expecting, and it was great to see for myself. So then the final step then is the gas chromatography mass spectrometry testing, and this separates the oil's components and then charts it out so that they can see it. Think of it like a fingerprint, Pam. It's like that oil has a fingerprint, and that's what you're seeing, and you actually see it like a little graph charted out with a little needle. And so you see this, and you think of the fingerprint, and you see that each one is so specific, and then, you know, obviously crops grow differently, and there's different growing seasons, and there's things that affect that. But what they're looking for is to make sure that it's all within those standards that they've set, and those standards for that specific oil that is what they're looking for.
Okay, so 5 steps. If one of those steps is off, what happens?
Yeah, if one of those steps is off, they reject it, and they have to start all over again. If it's a blend or if it's a single, they reject it.
So even if one part of that blend
Yeah.
is off, it's rejected. Wow. So we can be absolutely assured of the quality. Does everyone go through those steps?
Unfortunately, not everyone in the industry does do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So, you know, I received my essential oils, I put them in the diffuser, but I never went beyond that because I didn't know. Again, it goes back to being educated. So you've got some unique ways that we can use the oils, and I think I want to get up and see those now. You ready?
Yeah, I would love to.
Would you all like to see some unique ways to use the oils? That was a thunderous applause. Thunderous.
Okay, so the 2 most frequent ways that we can use our essential oils are aromatically with our diffuser. And I love our diffuser because it's nice size for travel. It's not going to break, you know, there's no glass to travel with. I used it in my hotel room and loved it. It really helps out the hotel.
Yeah, portable. I love that.
Yeah.
I've seen them in people's cars.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's great too. So one of my favorite ones to use in the diffuser, especially at nighttime, is lavender. Lavender is just really calming and relaxing. You know, the chill blend is great to relax and chill too. So you could use either of those if you wanted to relax. And you really just drop a few drops, you know, 3, 4, maybe even 5 drops depending on the size of your room, and then drop it in with your water to your line there, and then plug it in.
So even though the bottles seem small, they go a long way.
They do go a long way, but I'm going to show you so many ways to use them that you're going to be wanting to sell them all the time.
Okay, I love it.
Okay, so chilling or relaxing lavender. If you made fish for dinner, say, and your house just smells, or you had something that was sautéed or maybe even fried. Sorry, Dr. Don, fried.
We don't eat.
Lemon.
Just last night when we had that blackened grouper.
Oh.
That was blackened, that went fried.
Lemon is great for dropping in to just kind of clear out that smell. Clear can be great. The citruses in that do that same job. Tea tree is great too for that because it really clears out the room. Which actually, I want to talk about something else thinking of tea tree.
Okay.
So everyone has cotton balls or something similar to cotton balls, yes? So a great way to use tea tree or clear or even eucalyptus, depending on your preference. I mean, some people, they smell one and they love it, and the next person just, isn't the biggest fan. Or you don't necessarily want your trash can smelling like lavender. I prefer something really clean. Okay. So you just take whatever oil you want to use, drop a few drops on your cotton ball, or you could use a tissue if you didn't have cotton ball, whatever you have, and you can drop that in your trash can and help clear out the scent between taking your trash out.
One of the things we talked about yesterday too. Anybody have boys? Boys in the house? Yeah. All right, so Adam's not here, so he's 32 now, but when he was younger, he probably still has this problem. I would walk into his room and it would smell like a squirrel. Anybody's can experience that? So this would have been awesome. This would have been awesome. We talked about shoes yesterday.
Yes, putting that in your shoes. Yeah, that's a great way to use it. Also, you can take stick something like that in a gym bag. Gym bags can get really stinky. Your car, instead of using the car fresheners, another easy way is just take on a cotton swab, a Q-tip or something, or even your finger if you don't have any of those, and put a few drops on your finger or the cotton swab and run it through your vents in your car, and then every time you turn either the heat or the air on, you get a nice fresh scent in your car without any chemicals that are harmful to your hormones.
All right, so chemicals that are harmful to my hormones. Talk a little bit about that. I didn't know that a chemical that was in something like this could be harmful.
Yes, any scent that's not a pure great essential oil is really disrupting to your hormones. And think about, you might think, oh, well, it's just in my car or it's just in my dryer sheets, right? Well, but think about all those encounters we have all throughout the day. I mean, if you even just look at the things that you encounter before lunchtime, you could really make a list. Okay. So I encourage you to think about that.
Okay.
So speaking of dryer sheets,
yes.
What I love to do for dryer sheets instead of the chemical-laden ones is I love lavender. Sometimes even love the eucalyptus just for that really clean smell. Drop a few drops on a damp cloth and throw that in your dryer with your clothes.
And she just saved us a lot of money, didn't she? Just saved us a lot of money from never having to buy dryer sheets again, a diffuser such as this for your car. Yeah, I love this.
Now, Pam, with my dishes, I use the chemical-free dish soaps. And a lot of times, honestly, they just don't have enough grease-fighting action. They don't suds up as well, and they're great for you, and you're not ingesting anything then. But you need a little more grease cutting. Lemon is fabulous to cut grease.
Okay.
And also, it freshens your kitchen. Again, if you have cooked something that is not the greatest, or your kids were supposed to do the dishes, and you get home from work and they haven't, or you get home from a party and they haven't, then you just drop a few drops of lemon in your dish soap, and it will help cut the grease and also freshen.
So like even cleaning the stove area, all of that.
Mm-hmm. And you know what else it's great for? Stickers. Anytime, I hate it when I buy a glass or something like that and it has a sticker on it and you just cannot peel it off. Drop a few drops of lemon on it and let it sit, come back, and it scrapes right off.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
So cool.
None of that nasty goo gone. Okay, what about in the bathroom, Pam? Whose bathroom couldn't use a little freshening, yes?
Probably the ones here. We could take the oil and go freshen up their bathrooms.
Especially during cold and flu season, Defend would be a great one. You just drop it right into your cardboard part of your, you definitely don't want to get it on your...
Oh, sure, yeah.
Just inside there.
I would have done that had you not told me.
Clear would be great for that one also.
Did you hear that, Dave? It goes inside. Here, okay.
Yeah, that would not be me. Yeah. Okay. Sometimes we have rooms, I know I do that, a little bit in the toilet paper roll or a little bit in the cotton swab just isn't going to do it. I have 2 dogs, and so what I love to do is put about 5 to 10 drops, depending on how many areas I'm going to spray and how much water I'm going to put in there. If you were going to fill this whole drop, or this whole bottle, you would probably want to use about 30 drops.
Okay.
Full bottle. But if you're just going to make up enough to do, freshen the whole house, you only need like 4 or 5 drops. All right, so you fill it with water and your favorite essential oil, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish or cover up, and you can just spray the air. It's also great for spraying your linens halfway through the week when those need a little freshening and you're not going to wash them.
Okay. I think about the guests that I have at my house. A lot of us entertain a lot because if it works, we have so much fun. And to be able to freshen up those sheets. You put them on the bed, maybe a week later a guest arrives. So which one would you use for that?
I would love lavender or chill.
That's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Chill for when we want them to go to sleep, right?
Right, exactly. Okay, what about some cleaning, Pam? This bucket here we have.
Okay. All right, so one of the first things I wanted to do when I started in this industry was replace myself cleaning toilets. Anybody else want to do that? Never want to clean a toilet again? Yeah. So help us in that area.
Yes, well, whether you're cleaning or someone else is cleaning for you, all those cleaning solutions have a lot of chemicals in them, again, that you're encountering. So filling your bucket with water and some white vinegar to mop and clean, and then I would use probably Defend or tea tree or eucalyptus or lemon even. Any of those would be great for mopping.
Okay.
All right, and again, you're saving money.
Or you've got a pillow there or some Epsom salts.
Yes. Okay, so who does not like a nice relaxing soak?
We need one after this weekend. Yeah. Or this week. We've been here a week. Yeah.
So for a great bath, the best way to use essential oils in the bath is to put them into Epsom salts, which actually Epsom salts are very good for helping you relax anyway because they're full of magnesium, which is great to help you relax. But what you don't want to do is put the oil right into the tub because, trust me, I've learned the hard way. You get in and that oil is floating to the top. It's not mixing with the water, and your skin pores are opening as you get into this, especially warm water, and it can be quite painful, even with a not sensitive oil or a not hot oil. It can be very painful. So what you want to do is take about a half a cup to a cup of Epsom salt and put 5 drops or so on of your favorite oil, especially chill or lavender would be great.
Take a cup, pour it right on, okay.
Mm-hmm. And then put them in the tub and fill it with your water and soak away.
Okay, so that brings to a question to my mind. Can I put these directly on me?
Yes. Yes, you definitely can. And again, like I was saying earlier, you definitely want to use the fractionated coconut oil. If you have any doubts or if you know you have sensitive skin, you can also use a test area. I love putting them on the bottoms of feet because then that's one of the least sensitive areas. Your skin on your feet is pretty tough, so that's a great way to get them on you without having to worry about.
So what does this do?
The fractionated coconut oil actually diffuses the oil slightly, but it doesn't dilute it. It doesn't make it less strong. It helps it go on in a gentler way.
Okay.
So that if you were using a hot oil like Defend, especially right out of the shower, because your pores again are open, you really want to dilute.
Okay.
It just keeps you from burning.
And so when you say hot oil, what do you mean by that?
Well, there's actually something called phenols in what we would say is a hot oil. So anything that has cinnamon or clove, those things are a hotter oil. And you can usually smell, they smell spicy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but again, always test before.
Okay.
And some people think that, you're decreasing the effectiveness of the oil, but you're really not. It's actually just really keeping your skin safe.
Okay, so feet, how about up here? A lot of people do this up here and here.
Yes, the VitaFlex points, the Flex points are very good for putting oils. In part because the skin is a little thinner there, and so it just absorbs into the bloodstream faster. But also, those are typically areas, especially the back of the neck and behind the ears, where you're a little warmer, and so then you have your natural diffuser right on your body.
And a lot of people use lavender as their cologne.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So if you're not relaxed enough after that bath, Pam, you can take just a few drops of lavender or chill on your pillow, or on your hands, rub them together, and then rub it all over your pillow and help shut your mind down at night.
So we're ready to clean the house, take a bath, and go to bed.
Yes.
I love it. Don't y'all love this? Have you learned a lot? I have learned so much. So, I guess the last question, Sarah, is confident. We can feel confident in these oils. I mean, the price point on them is so strong. It's $15 starting. And, you know, when we're at a wrap party, if somebody says, well, I just don't have a lot of money, I think that's a great way to at least get them started with It Works by becoming a loyal customer.
Yes, yes, and oils are very popular right now. I love that we're doing essential oils because they're very popular right now. You know, when I started learning about natural health, 16 years ago, it wasn't as popular, and I was a little strange.
Yeah.
For loving them.
Well, we don't think we're strange now.
Thank you.
All right, let's give it up for Sarah. Sarah, thank you so